gives them a chance to pull off the upset.
Face-offs. That's a Maryland Achilles heel and a Vermont strength. Tommy Burke, sophomore from Palm Beach, Florida. number 3 in the country in face-off winning percentage. Possession is 9/10 the law. Possession can trigger an NCAA upset.
Tommy Burke has won 72% of his face-offs, 3rd nationally.
Probably some extreme patience on
a lot of teams were able to score against the Orange this season. Here's Bernhardt, and he's got his man hung up. He's been getting the top side at will, and he does it again. A human cheat code.
Spoke to Vermont head coach Chris Fifes. I asked him, how are you going to cover Bernhardt? This is a good Vermont defense. They're big, they're strong, they're tough, but they don't have the foot speed to cover Bernhardt, quite frankly. I expect them to have to use some zones, some shutoffs, some gimmicks, because if they...
From one of the moons of Jupiter. I mean, incredible range and power. Vermont is on the board. J.J. Lewandowski, his 18th of the season. The sophomore Parks and Rec major.
I love that green. Watch this kid. IMG took a fall semester at Syracuse, ends up transferring to Vermont.
Wisnauskas, that's his sweet spot, the right wing. He's got the short stick matchup. Wisnauskas to the cage.
Terp Nation loves it. Maryland is a great passing team this year, defined by their rapid ball movement. Wisnauskas, though, with the matchup, he's going to take his man towards the goal line extended. Leaning in, the big lefty goes to his right. Oh, head and
Brock Haley, number 11, in on that man-up unit. There's Klosterman, 7 extra man goals. Now McConvey fires and scores. Thomas McConvey, his 4th extra man goal. And Vermont ties it at 2.
Can play for any team in the country. 6'4", 210 junior from Toronto. 34th goal of the season from the midfield. Okay, he's super smart.
There's Alex Smith, plays it to the wing. Wisnauskas passed up a shot. Bernhardt inside, and he's got his 2nd.
This was a team goal. On-ball defense by Geppert, who I think is a star in the making, getting better. Former midfielder, now switched to pole. And then the ground ball play. Ray Hill comes up with it. The smooth handle by Makar and the outlet pass. And Maryland runs. The early offense, Maltz to Bernhardt inside.
Mythology. Vermont keeps turning it over. Here comes Maryland, unsettled. Bernhardt spins it to Maltz. Skip pass, step down shot, and a score. Joshua Kaufman, and it's 4-2.
Turnover city at the other end. Bernhardt makes the extra pass. The lob pass over the top to the trailer. Beautifully done. Another example of wonderful teamwork, unselfish lacrosse. Be the best.
When J.L. Rempert took the Holy Cross job right before the season, Maryland hired Bobby Benson to be the offensive coordinator, and this is a staple of Bobby Benson's offenses. Bernhardt with a first quarter hat trick.
He's got a hat trick in the first quarter. We spoke about Maryland goal scoring runs, and that's a tight 3-goal run. Look at the way he uses Maltz as a screen.
No, until 9th grade.
All goalies should.
Why?
You learn about the game. You learn what shooters want. You learn defensive roles. You improve as an athlete and as a lacrosse player for situations right like this.
Kyle Long gets inside! And Long finds the back of the net for Maryland in 6-2, and that's 4 unanswered.
This is the hung situation where the goalie's out of the net helping in the double team. Inside roll, eludes the trail check, and then the backhander by Long, who's been an absolute spark for Maryland this year. This guy is a juice player. In that first Rutgers game, he had a hit and a goal. He turned the game just with his energy. And you see
Eric Holden, the Hobart transfer. Now Brown, who led Colgate in goals the last 4 years, and here's Bernhardt. He's got 3 today, plays it up top. Give Jared Bernhardt an assist. And it's 5 straight for the Terps, now 7-2.
The Rock. Earlier, it was Maltz with 2 assists. Look at Bernhardt. The smooth operator puts it on Maltz's stick. Terps are rolling.
Shadowed by Rahill.
Vermont trying to find some rhythm in the settled offense. Maryland winning all the matchups on the perimeter, doing a nice job as well inside, clogging up passing lanes.
Limoges with a beautiful feed to McConvey, his second, and that ends the Terrapins' run.
Right-handed rip from the outside. Watch him post up on the inside here. 44 in green, right side of your screen. He's being covered by Grill, but he boxes him out like a power forward. Look at him. He gets inside position and uses his hips and his shoulders to keep Grill's stick away from his performances.
2017, John Garino was the third face-off guy going into the postseason, turned into one of the playoff heroes. Got 4. A 5-point afternoon for Bernhardt.
Is an offensive clinic. Wisnauskas from the wing. Dodges, draws a double team. Kicks it to X. One more inside. The triangle offense. It's as easy as tic-tac-toe.
It was Maryland, Rutgers, and then a sizable drop-off to Ohio State, Penn State, Hopkins, Michigan. Vermont makes it 8-4, coming around to the crease.
I tell you, keep fighting and are thankful for this opportunity. We're going to be aggressive and relentless. We're not going to show any fear of losing or making a mistake, and we're never going to give up. And that's what you're seeing right now as they're mounting a mini comeback.
McCormack has been quiet today. 32 goals on the season. Here's a good look. Lewandowski, and that one squeaks through. It's 8-5. 3 points now for J.J. Lewandowski.
Team offense. Shows you that offensive coordinator, Jake Bernhardt, dialed it up during halftime. It starts with a wing dodge on the near side through McConvey, and then J.J. has the opportunity to dodge the long.
Help coming from Smith. Fennick. Shot clock runs out. And here comes Maryland quickly. Kaufman in transition. He's got a goal today. Feeding inside. Bernhardt scores. He's then pushed. And we get multiple flags.
Form of the shot clock violation. Maryland restart ready here as the shot clock violation happens right there. Kaufman is off to the races. The restart. Smith up. Bernhardt caps great league this year. It's really fun to watch. Stony Brook with head coach Anthony Gallardi, UMBC and Ryan Moran, Albany and Scott Marr.
Oh, the famine, the question mark. It's 10-5 Maryland.
Shutdown, tough on extroverts. John Tillman pointing that out to us. But look at that. That's a thing of beauty. That is a tight question mark. You drive up the side and curl away to the outside from the defender, switching hands, simply sound. He's not going to overwhelm you or catch your eye with a flamboyant style. He's very bread and butter, very vanilla, but effective.
Wisnauskas around the bend. I am Groot. His second,
Boys Latin, the source of all beautiful ties. Don't label this guy a lefty one-dimensional shooter from the wing, because his game has grown. We can show you loud on Memorial Day weekend.
We hope so. East Hartford this year. Lewandowski against Smith. Limoges, there he is, right on the crease. 11-6.
I think McConvey picks up the assist here. Look at him. Little rocker step up top, drives the alley, draws the eyes of the defense. Limoges is planted on the wing and just makes quick business of this. And when coach brings recruits on campus, they either love it or not so much, but it's immediate.
Another goal by Maryland, back to doubling up Vermont. It's 12-6. Former Patriot League Rookie of the Year in 2017. He, Eric Holden, Eric Molliver, part of that second midfield group. John Tillman cited those three as being X factors in manage. You couple that with turnovers, and now forget possession advantage. There is a significant possession disadvantage. You make it almost impossible. Kyle Long finds the back of the net. His second.
Unofficially, Maryland's 8th goal directly off a Vermont turnover. Long, short area quickness. Choppy footwork gets top side. The adjacent slide is not there, and he's able up to.
Well, if Vermont's going to go down swinging, now the one thing we need to see a couple of outside bombs from McCormack. That's McConvey finding the back of the net. 13-7. McConvey, you said he can play with anybody. 2 goals, make it 3 goals.
50-point season from the midfield. We've seen his outside game. We've seen his inside presence. Thomas McConvey is a horse. You know, hard rock music from the 80s and the 90s. And then his game preparation. This is a guy who will occasionally text me at 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. with that gem.
Kyle Long with a hat trick.
Such a difference maker for this team to go from good to exceptional. Man, the no-look behind the back bouncer. Wow, what? Hand-eye coordination to catch this, flip it over, bounce it at the top of the crease, use the earth to singe a corner.
Benson was in Atlanta at the time. He had just moved down there. Had been the longtime offensive coordinator at Johns Hopkins. His wife had a promising career of her own as Vermont tallies one more. There's McCormack with that cannon.
Oh, yes.
It made the decision easy, and Benson lives at his dad's house in the D.C. area, doing a long-distance marriage. He reminds me all the time.
Kind of run with what's already been established.
Fairman against Spencer Decker, and now Bernhardt. He's got 5 goals today. Make it 6. Swift as a shadow, short as a dream.
Brother Jesse. The way he uses his body and protects his stick with the shoulders and his elbows. See him use the elbow right there with the 2-handed cradle. Running off the pick.
And had a big game against Penn State in Loyola's last game. That was a close one, though. Spencer and Ament was a good debate until the end. Griffin Brown, 16-8 Terps. Oriented, so it's not as if Jack Keelty, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, will match right up on Bernhardt at all times. But give me your first glance at Maryland, Notre Dame.
The Maryland that we saw today is playing better than the Notre Dame. Yeah, this is the start of something
they made
special.
Progress this year, won the America East, first trip to the NCAA tournament. We said it at the top of the broadcast, though, as Vermont gets another. There has been no more consistent team. Might have been Fennec. That might have been a consistent team in the last 10 years since Maryland. Yeah, that was McConvey. That's 4.
Maryland got one title to show for it in 2017, and I think you could argue that they had the best team in 3 or 4 of those years. Just didn't. And you know, this is a dynasty. John Tillman's got the dynasty going.
Luke Weirman.
Listen to the reaction to this goal.
Out by UNC and blown out by Duke. So they played Carolina twice, Duke and Virginia.
I got to tell you, they're a fun team to watch.
Lewandowski has a hat trick.
Left-handed. He's only a sophomore. Together a strong campaign and an excellent game today. He's been really active. He's been getting looks. He's been consistently able to separate from the midfield defense pressure. And that's, you know, that's a classic. He's a right-handed player. Righty high, lefty low. Most righties going to let it rip high.
A bouncer by Burke. Some Tommy points late at 17-11. Season with PLL guys, added about 20 pounds of muscle. And he was one of the best face-off men in the country statistically coming into the game. 72% entry. We're going to get a titanic quarterfinal matchup between Maryland and Notre Dame. Many thought at the end of the season this was the year for Notre Dame. A program that's done it all but win a championship. They'll have to go through Maryland. Terps will be in South Bend. Under John Tillman, Maryland has won the most NCAA tournament games in the past decade. They've been to championship weekend the most times. They've had the most All-Americans, and the pro ranks are littered with Terrapins. Maryland takes care of Vermont 17-11. They remain unbeaten 13-0, and now to South Bend, Indiana to take on Notre Dame in the most anticipated